I'm Yoko, and welcome back to my ABC series that I haven't done for a long time. We're on the letter U, and I chose the character Uotani from Fruits Basket as my favorite character, and my cat is craving attention right now. If you're new, I started this channel with a series where I drew my favorite character for each letter of the alphabet. The other letters are pretty old at this point, though. I really want to finish this series because it's been bugging me that it's not done like 2 years later, and it's what I started my channel on. So yeah, I'll just start this off by talking about why I like Uotani and Fruits Basket in general. I won't go too deep or else we'll be here all day. I'll try to keep major spoilers until later in the video, and I'll give a warning when we get there, because I really recommend watching the show. I think it's amazing. I originally watched the old version back in like 2010, and I never really read the manga of shows in general because, I'll be honest, I'm lazy. So I never got to see how the show actually ended until the reboot came out a few years ago, and it was such a good reboot. Me and my mom watched it together, and it's one of our favorite animes. Uotani isn't my absolute favorite character of the show. That would be my boy Kyo. I love him. I recently drew him when I did my orange character thingy on Instagram, but I really like Uotani as a character. And as we get farther down this alphabet, we're left with a bunch of weird letters, so wish me luck going forward. I've always liked Uotani since she's one of Toru's best friends. I always liked her snarky back and forth she had with Kyo too. I love rowdy characters and also ones of complicated or tragic backstories, which is basically every Fruits Basket character if I'm honest. They all need therapy. She's very ride or die, and I love her for that. Her protectiveness of Toru and the bond she had with Kyoko is great. And before I go more into spoilers, let's just talk about the art real quick. So, peek behind the curtain time. I originally sketched this like many months ago, but I was having trouble with the legs. I wanted Uotani to be in a crouching kind of gangster-like pose. Kit Kat, no. As I'm recording this, my cat is trying to eat my books. But yeah, I wanted her to be in that kind of pose since she used to be in an all-girl gang, but I was having trouble with her skirt. In the end, after coming back a few months later, I just left it mostly as it was with a few minor changes. I could have done this better, but I'm behind schedule on a video this week, so this'll do. Design-wise, I had to go for school uniform because I thought she was the most recognizable as Uotani from Fruits Basket in it, but I really prefer some of her other outfits. They're really cool. I really like her black crop top outfit with the red skirt. That was from the episode where we got flashbacks deeper into her backstory with and also some other girls following her around, but I'll get back to that later. And her outfit from the play is just chef's kiss. Again, I really like it when her and Kyo have banter, and her little interjections in the play were great. I also really like her nail polish, and I like that she has purple nail polish, while Hanajima has black nail polish. It's a nice little connecting thing. But it also really brings attention to the fact that I don't really draw nails in my style unless a character has painted nails, which I think is kind of funny when I bring it up. Maybe I should start drawing nails. Oh, the background. At this point in the video, it's probably not there, but just know I didn't really plan on a background, despite sitting on this drawing for like a few months. So it's really simple, but I had tried to make a U with the trees and a bush, but it didn't really look obvious enough, so I just scratched that and put a U into one of the trees like someone carved it. Probably Uotani. Okay, so as of here, we're going to be heading into some bigger spoiler territory, where it all gets a little bit more important as we go on. So here's the spoiler warning if you want to head out. Her backstory time. Everyone has such a freaking sad backstory in this show. When the reboot came out, most of the episodes were things in the old version that I had already seen, but then we get episodes that Uotani and Hanajima's backstory, and I am screaming, how dare you cut this? I needed this in my life. First, her mom walks out on her when she's little and left her with her alcoholic dad, and then she ends up joining a gang where she gets into bad stuff. I love the backstory of her meeting Toru while on her quest to find Kyoko, the Crimson Butterfly that she looked up to, and just seeing her going from angry at the fact that the Crimson Butterfly is now just a mom that has settled down, to slowly warming up to the two of them, becoming really comfortable with them. It's just, it's amazing. When she tried to leave the gang and Kyoko saved her when she was getting beat up, I was so invested. I also thought it was really cool that Uotani ended up having Kyoko's old Crimson Butterfly jacket after Kyoko passed away. And now for a major spoiler in Uotani's life, the Kurano deal. Which, I'll be honest, not my favorite plot points in the show. Fruits Basket, please stop making problematic relationships. The relationship may be cute on surface level, but it always bugs me with the ages. He's a grown man who has already been having, let's say, relations with a certain other person in the plot. And Uotani is only like 17 or 18, depending on the timeline. Which is yikes. The fact that there's like 3 different weird age gap relationships in the show will always give me the ick. And this is a PSA to stay safe out there. The show portrays them as cute, but in real life, this is very bad. Disregarding the ages for now, I also wish they would have had more interactions beyond the 2 they had before they got separated and unable to see each other on the drama side of things, but I understand why. Overall, I know the whole themes of Fruits Basket are growing and finding love and stuff like that, but Uotani was just so cool, and this felt a little weird for her character. I don't know. And I know Kurano has his own issues, and overall I don't think he's a bad character. I just wish he wasn't like 26 and there wasn't like a 7-year age gap. I know the relationship is more based on Uotani's caring nature and the fact that he reminds her of Toru, and she seemed to realize he was sad despite him saying he was fine and wanted to free him in a way, but it's still weird to me. There's also a lot of parallels between them and Kyoko's relationship, but enough about that can of worms. There are people far more qualified to talk about this stuff. All I can say is stay safe and don't do this. Age gaps are fine when both of them are adults and on similar levels in life. But when it comes to teens, whether or not it's legal, I'll just say stay away from it, and we're moving on. But yeah, that's my drawing and some of my thoughts. I could ramble about Fruits Basket for hours. I didn't even talk about my favorite characters in this video or some of my favorite plot lines. I could literally talk about Kyo for days, probably. But these are typically shorter videos. Like I said, I want to finish this series this year, so wish me luck. I'll probably be making a few in May, when I'll be too busy for too many long videos, since I'll be doing Mermaid. The same situation would be with July, which is when I'll be busy doing Art Fight. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate if you could like, subscribe, and leave a comment on what your favorite character that starts with the letter U is, as well as what they're from. My socials are linked below, and my commissions are open if you'd like to support me that way. With that said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Peace!